A while ago I posted a video about my theory on why Asgore didn't absorb the 6 human souls he collected to stop us from killing everyone during a genocide run in Undertale. I mean, Undyne literally told us that Alphys was gonna tell Asgore to do so, but something stopped there from warning him apparently. A few people in the comments proposed new theories that I didn't even think about myself. So today we are looking at every possible explanation on why Asgore wouldn't absorb the souls to stop us in the Undertale Genocide Route. The first theory is the one I proposed in the video. In summary, I believe that if Asgore managed to defeat us and take our soul, he would become the most determined and powerful monster in the underground with 7 souls, granting him the power to save. That means he would only be able to save and reset after killing us, meaning that the timeline would stay stuck with Papyrus and everyone dead. Given that Sense is the only one apart from Flowey to have knowledge about the resets, I assumed he told Alphys not to warn Asgore about our arrival, so he could fight us instead in the last corridor to hopefully make us give up, and eventually reset and bring everyone back. This is a very possible explanation since when we meet Asgore it seems like he doesn't expect our arrival. But let's check the next theories. Alphys was a terrible person and just killed herself instead of doing something to save the world. That's why. So El Cabazoso here is assuming that Alphys killed herself for unknown reasons instead of warning Asgore. Maybe because she was afraid of the responsibility or the aftermath of the situation. This theory can easily be debunked since when you abort the genocide run at any point in Outland, you will get the ending where Alphys admits that she would have killed you when she had the chance. So no, Alphys was not dead. She was even busy evacuating everyone. Probably to the True Lab, as she tells us everyone had to discover the truth. But that's not a talk for this theory. She could have still warned Asgore, but she didn't. My interpretation has always been that Flowey stopped any messages from meeting Asgore, and by the time he realized his mistake it was too late. This is a very strong theory. It is evident that Flowey goes ahead of our way to complete the puzzles before we arrive, giving us a clear way through the elevators and everything from Outland to the core. We straight up skip everything, so Flowey probably took care of the communications between Alphys, or literally everyone, from Asgore, so that nobody could warn him. Remember that Flowey was on our side until the end of New Home, when he realizes his mistake, so I could see this coming. He could have been monitoring the throne room and not letting anyone use the elevators or go near Asgore. Very interesting. Accomplished Shipyard proposes that when Undyne told us Alphys called Asgore, she was just assuming or hoping she did, and that if Alphys missed the Undyne fight in any neutral run, then she definitely missed the fight in the genocide, as she was literally busy evacuating everyone. This is such a strong theory in my opinion. The fact Alphys literally misses the fight in neutral runs means that there is no possible way Alphys catched up to see it while in the chaos of evacuating in genocide. My only problem is that Undyne is not assuming. She literally says that Alphys told her that she would have called Asgore, but again, Alphys is clearly not someone capable of handling that much stress, and in the scrambling of evacuation and stress, something must have went wrong, or she forgot to call him straight away. I'm not even sure Asgore owns a cell phone to receive calls, honestly. Maybe she was too busy to actually go and tell him herself. But again, about the Flowey theory, maybe she sent someone but Flowey killed them before they got to the throne room. This is another very plausible explanation that goes along with the Flowey helping us theory. I think if the player does a full genocide run, Flowey kills Alphys before she can warn Asgore, while an aborted genocide causes Flowey to rage quit before finishing Alphys off. This is actually a very interesting theory. If we leave at least one enemy alive in Outland and then kill Metatron Neo, Alphys will be alive too. But if we kill everyone and then go to New Home, Alphys is never heard of again. So Flowey probably took care of her as soon as she killed her, after we finished everyone off in Outland. I mean, this is actually possible, but the timing doesn't quite match. I mean, why would Alphys wait for us to kill everyone before warning Asgore? What is the chance he is only able to reach him and get killed by Flowey only when we are finished? Still a very interesting theory, but quite unlikely compared to the others. Adamant Steely proposes that again Alphys killed herself and left the underground clueless after seeing Undyne dead, but this cannot be true as when visiting Bretty and Catty's shop behind the Metatron Hotel, they literally leave notes as Alphys is there to evacuate everyone. So we literally have in-game proof that the evacuation was happening and therefore Alphys didn't kill herself. Again, as the aborted genocide in Outland ending proves. Tristanui proposes that Asgore was actually about to absorb the souls, but given he hates himself for the fact he literally moved those children, he decided to not absorb them until he meets us. But when he arrives, he is in shock and doesn't recognize us as a human, letting his guard off and therefore letting Kara kill him instantly. I mean, this is actually aligned with his character canonically, so... And the dialogue quite corresponds as he proposes not to fight. I mean, I could probably see this. It will be in contrast with the Flowey helping us Fury though, so this is an isolated one, but still very plausible. You could very well believe that he was holding back and didn't recognize us as a human, just like Sense and the game suggests throughout the route. Sunspy proposes again that Alphys either forgot to call, was too busy evacuating everyone, or something else stopped there. Those are the three possibilities that we already know. What he proposes instead is that Asgore, for one, only learned about our presence when Flowey told him, so when it was too late. Or two, even if he knew about us, he would have thought that absorbing the souls would be futile. Given how much we hurt others, we are unstoppable, so he tries to calm us down, proposing a cup of tea. This is a theory I went against in my video, as even Sense, who literally never fought us in any run, still couldn't watch and let it happen. So why would Asgore not try to stop us too? That's why I believe he didn't know about our arrival. Cause even if Sense tried, Asgore would have definitely also tried to fight us. But regardless, his point is still valid. We became too strong, and he doesn't want to absorb the souls, so his train of thought took another turn and decided not to do anything and try to settle. The last theory follows the previous one. Maybe he was putting off the whole absorbing the souls deal because he hated the idea of absorbing them, and when we arrived he thought we were a monster. Again, this is another thought process that could have prevented Asgore from taking action. Unfortunately, in the last video it seemed like a lot of people misunderstood the role of Asgore in the Genocide Route. Undertale is a game that teaches us a lot of things, and in this case one of them is that indifference often leads to disaster. People are often indifferent to other people's struggles until it's too late. Just like Asgore was indifferent in this whole situation, instead of taking action and stopping us, his indifference was his biggest mistake that led to the total erase of space and time. But even if this was not the point of his role in Genocide, the fact that Toby made him say these enigmatic and vague dialogues to me is another proof of his genius writing. He didn't just not elaborate his character, he left us wondering with the question, what happened? Why didn't Asgore stop us? The fact his dialogue is so generic and open to hypotheses is just perfect to me. You are the one giving yourself your own explanation, because Asgore is not the point of Genocide, and the reason he doesn't absorb the souls is just one of the questions we might never get a definitive answer to. Thanks for watching.